What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I am a wife. I'm a mom of two, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out of it, and I am bound and determined to prevent people from joining an MLM. Today, I'm really excited because I haven't done a deep dive in a while, and we are going to do a deep dive today on Zyia activewear. I'm a fan of activewear, just not so much a fan of MLMs. Yeah. If you are brand new to my channel, hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. Go ahead and I would encourage you to subscribe, turn the little bell notification on, and you can also follow me on Instagram. And I'm really working hard on being super, I don't want to say consistent, but I'm trying to post more on TikTok, and you can find all of those links in my bio along with my podcast. And I would love to have you listen. I would love to interact with you more. So there you have it. All right, let's get started. So Zyia, have y'all heard of this company? I have had a lot of people ask me about doing a deep dive on this company. It's been in works for some time, but I had to take a minute, you guys. So I have so many ideas. And it's overwhelming at times. So I got to pace myself. By the way, what do you think of the new painting? I'm going to link the artist's information in the video description. I think she nailed it. I wanted something bright. I wanted something with lots of colors, the jewel tones. I don't know if you can see it, but there is, like right here, there's some neon green. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there's neon green, blue and hot pink. And oh, I love it. I love it. I think it looks so good on these walls that we just painted. So really happy with it. Highly suggest working with her. And again, I'm going to put her information for Instagram on her, in the video description. There it is. Okay, now we're going to talk about Zyia. So Zyia is an activewear company. They are an MLM. And I think that there's no better way to introduce you all to this company if you've never heard of it than from reading from their own blog. Okay? Let's all hydrate real quick. Okay. Zyia's story began on a snowy, moonlit hike. I, Erin Bradley, Zyia's CEO and founder, was in good company, surrounded by women, all pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones and further up the trail. Our awkward snowshoes crunched along, creating a soft background to the soundtrack of our laughter and words of encouragement. I can't make this up, you guys. I'm not making this up. Moving forward. At one point, finding myself at the back of the group, I looked up to see the moon shining brightly over this amazing group of ladies. All were actively helping to lift one another physically and mentally. I stopped in my tracks, touched by the beauty of the experience as much as by the play of moonlight on snow. The feeling of empowerment I took from that experience stayed with me. I wanted to find a way to create more opportunities for women to come together, to uplift and support one another. Erin's inspiration received on this snowy hike turned into the 4 pillars of Zyia's foundation: light, activity, community, and uplift. I don't know about you, but it feels good to support companies who stand for these things. This is Zyia's story and how it all began. I don't know how starting an MLM is going to uplift women, because in my opinion, MLMs are predatory. So how is this uplifting women? I don't get it. So their 4 pillars are, and they define it. They define the 4 pillars. So light, something that makes vision possible. Activity, the quality or state of being active. That's powerful. Right. Yeah. Okay. Community, a unified body of individuals, common character, likeness, community of interests, social activity, fellowship. I mean, you can find that without joining an MLM. That's just my opinion. And then uplift, to hold up or serve as a foundation or prop for, to lift up, to elevate. Okay, so those are their 4 pillars. That is how they started. I'm already cringing. I'm just going to be completely honest with you guys. I would love to know what you guys think of that. Drop it in the comments below. But that's how it began. That's how it began. It was founded in 2017. Aaron Bradley, just like it said in that article, is the founder and the CEO. And as I was looking at the Zyia website and looking at, the About Us and the leadership roles, because literally almost all MLMs have men, even though they're like empowering, we're all about empowering women and stay-at-home moms and all of these things, like it's run by men. But Aaron is the founder. Cool name, by the way. And but what I noticed was that there are a lot of Bradleys in leadership, and it made me think of LuLaRich. I hope you guys have watched it by now. If you have not, please go watch it, because in LuLaRich, the people in LuLaRoe, Mark and Deanne, I think they had a lot of their family that was running the business, and the family didn't have any experience with running a business like this. So it was like a free for all. And it reminded me of that documentary as I was looking through this website. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if, they are people that have been in MLM, because I really had a hard time finding any information, especially on Aaron. And I think it's because this is the first MLM that they have done. But it's interesting to me that there are a lot of Bradleys, like same last name. I'm wondering if it's like husband and wife, or, brother and sister, and a lot of family members running this. And I don't know. I find that very interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because it literally reminded me of LuLaRich. Now, let's talk about some of the products that they have. They are an activewear company. So they have activewear for men, women, kids, and they claim to be size inclusive. Through my research, I have found that that's not always the case. They have some pieces that are size inclusive, and then they have others that are not. It really kind of depends on the piece that you're looking at. And in my opinion, after looking at the website and looking at some of the products, it's kind of all over the place when it comes to being size inclusive. If you're going to say that you are size inclusive, in my opinion, that means like everything. Your entire brand is size inclusive, not these leggings or this top or this sports bra or whatever, or this shirt. It's a brand thing. If you're going to claim that you are size inclusive, you are size inclusive. That includes everything. So I found that really interesting. Some of the pieces do go up to size 4 or 5X, which I think is cool, but I don't think you can claim to be a size inclusive company if you only have certain pieces that have all of the sizes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that below. I also noticed something really interesting. If you are a size inclusive company, wouldn't you want to include people? There it is. Wouldn't you want to include models on your website that are all different shapes and sizes and colors? Like, wouldn't you want to be inclusive if you're claiming that? What I noticed on their website was that it was all the majority of a certain demographic. There were some models no, I take that back. The models, in my opinion, were not what I would consider like curvy women. So you have this brand that is like, oh, we're size inclusive, but they have like certain sizes listed or shown on the website. And to me, that's kind of like, well, but you're not showing me that you are size inclusive. Let's see some beautiful people in 3, 4, 5X. Like, let's show all of the sizes and what the product looks like on all different body shapes. And then you can call it size inclusive, in my opinion. So there's no plus size models that I saw on the website, which I think is kind of suspect. They range in price from $25 to $89 per piece. And the reason that MLMs do this is because they have to have a higher price point to cover the recruiting bonuses for the people in the company. That's why they do this. And at the end, hang tight, because I'm going to give you the ultimate dupe so that you're not supporting an MLM business model that preys on other people. So just know that that is coming. They are running ads to their corporate page, which I find interesting, because there are a lot of these companies that say that they, you can't order from our corporate website unless you go through a distributor or whatever they call it, a consultant. But I have noticed that some of these companies that say that, they actually do run ads, in my opinion, to their corporate site. What does that mean? Well, what they're doing is these people that are coming to their corporate site and either buying product or wanting to join or whatever, they're able to take those leads and give them to whoever they want. And the majority of the company probably has no idea that they're even running ads. I know that there's been several companies that I have found lately that say, hey, you can't order online unless you order through somebody, a distributor, you can't order. But then these companies run ads and are collecting leads that they can distribute to whoever they want. Who do you think they're distributing these leads to? In my opinion, it is the top 1%, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure all of that out. So they are running ads. I did find the ads. And yeah, that's how I feel about that. What do you guys think? So you are able to either order online through their company, or you can, host a party. And I am going to actually put a picture up of the incentives, because I find it really, really interesting. Some of the incentives that you host for, or that you get for hosting a party. Okay, and I'm looking at it from my phone, and I'm also going to put it up here for you guys. So when you have party sales that are $200, you get $20 in credit and 50% off items. When you, and like, think about this. So pieces average, $25 to $89. So like, think about that as we're talking about this. When you have party sales of $600, you get $65 in host credits. You get 50% off items. $1,000, you get $150 in credit and 4 items at 50% off. $2,000 in party sales, you get $300 in host credits and 8 items at 50% off. A party requires at least 3 orders and $200 in sales to qualify for host program rewards. Earned host credits can only be used towards regularly priced items and cannot be used towards the purchase of earned half-price items. Okay, one, who's doing parties anymore? Okay, I said what I said. Who's doing parties anymore? I don't get it. Like, we're in a pandemic, so stay home if you can. Be safe when you're out. Wear a mask. That's just my opinion. I don't get who's still doing parties. So that's what you get for hosting a party. I don't even think that, like, let's talk about this really quickly. When you host a party, it's going to end up costing you a lot more money than is talked about here. So you have the time and the energy and the effort that you have to put forward. You are probably having some kind of snacks and drinks, and you're probably promoting it like a girls' night or something like that. So that all costs money. And then you have to spend money on buying whatever it is that you want. It doesn't matter to me if it's a 50% discount. That's still money coming out of your pocket. And there's another way to do that. And I'm going to give you guys a dupe for that here shortly. So I don't know. I think who does parties anymore? I don't know. Anyways, those are the incentives for hosting a party. Now we're going to talk about the comp plan. Okay, I get really excited about comp plans because MLMs are notorious for making things super complicated so that you don't ask questions. And if you feel like you have questions and you go to your upline and you ask them, you're going to feel really stupid. They want you, in my opinion, to feel that way. Oh, it's just simple. Just do X, Y, and G. X, Y, and G. Okay. X, Y, and Z. They don't want you asking questions, and chances are your leader in your MLM probably can't even explain the comp plan. So there are two things within Zyia that I want to talk about. So the first one is the different ranks. There are different ranks. It's based off of sales, and it's based off of, shocker, team sales. Okay. So I'm going to put the chart up here too, so you guys can see it at the same time. So you have the qualifications for the ranks, and they go anywhere from representative to Zyia presidential. And basically what this means is personal volume. So a representative starts off with $200 in personal volume, and $200 lifetime personal volume. So I'm sure that is like over your membership as a consultant with this company or whatever, a representative, if you will. You have to have ordered $200 in personal volume. It doesn't mention if this is per month, although maybe it'll say that at the bottom, because it probably is monthly. Your first level, you don't get paid off of your qualified first level directors, because you're probably starting off at this rank. So obviously you're not really going to have a downline. Okay. So then you jump up to junior representative. This is where you start getting paid off of your first level. So you have to have 200 in personal volume. First of all, think about this. You have to have 200 in personal volume. And I'm sure that this is a company where, depending on the rank, is of course depending on your commission that you earn, but you have to pay to get your commission. And this personal volume piece goes anywhere from 200 all the way up to 600. Meaning, if you are like, oh my gosh, I'm close to this next rank, I would love to know how many of these Zyia reps go, oh my God, I'm going to place a $600 order because I haven't really ordered anything this month, and I want that paycheck. And I also know, because I've talked to a lot of people, there are leaders in this company that are saying, you're going to lose this dollar amount in your commission if you don't place a however much order, if it's $600 or whatever. I think that is so gross, because who benefits? That upline does, right? Oh, it's so gross. Anyways, so junior representative, it's a $200 personal volume requirement, $1,500 in lifetime personal volume. You have to have 600 in your first level. And then senior representative is where we start to see an increase in the personal volume. So now it's 300. That lifetime personal volume doubles. So 3,000, 1,200 in your first level. You guys can see how this is increasing. And then there's other pieces. The total group volume for the month also has to be 2,000. So think about this. So you have to have 300. Your first level has to have 1,200. So you have to recruit in order for this to happen. This is the first piece, in my opinion, that you have to start recruiting. And by the way, one of the things that we hear a lot in the anti-MLM community is that, oh, well, we have products, so it's not a pyramid scheme. And let's just clear that up really quickly, because you can have products and it still be a pyramid scheme. The pyramid scheme, or the piece that makes it a pyramid scheme, is the fact that in order for you to make substantial income, you have to recruit. It's not about the products, it's about the recruiting piece. So there you have that. Okay. So you can go all the way down to Zyia presidential, and you still have that 600 personal volume. And it does say here, pay period is equal to 1 month, and all qualifications are monthly except for the lifetime personal volume. So this all has to be done monthly. So the end of the month hits, you rush, everybody's probably, placing personal volume orders and all of this crazy stuff, trying to hit these ranks. And then on the first, boom, it starts all over again. You got to do it all over again. So that's interesting. But let's talk about the rewards plan, which is basically commission. And as a representative, you start off at 20%. You get a personal commission override of 8%. You don't get paid off of any of your levels, but chances are as a starting Zyia rep, you probably don't really have anybody that you've recruited so far. As a junior rep, same thing, 20% personal sales commission, 8% personal override. This is where you start to earn commission off of your downline. So you earn 5% off of your first level. Okay. Your senior representative, 20% of personal sales commission, 8% personal commission override. And now you're getting paid 5% on your first level, 2% on your second level. Okay. Let's just talk about this just really quickly. If you were to not recruit anybody, because I think that this is a really important thing to look at when you're doing a deep dive on a company, is could you make money just off of sales, right? And so when you look at this, the representative level, and you're making 20% commission, could you create a substantial living, a livable wage, if you will, just from that 20%? Probably not. You probably would not be able to make a livable wage from just selling their activewear. You have to recruit. The comp plan is showing that. That's why you are getting paid off of the first and the second levels all the way down to, they pay down to the 10th level, and then you get rank bonuses. So when you rank up, you earn anywhere from $50 to $15,000. Well, how do you think that you rank up? By getting more people in your downline. So you're only going to earn at the most, based on their comp plan that comes direct from their company, 25% commission. And while that sounds fine and dandy, the real money is in the recruiting, because at the top level in Zyia that you can see here in this chart, you are going to earn 11% off of your first level, 5% on your second level, 3% on your third, fourth, and fifth level, 4% on your sixth and seventh level, which probably they have that 4% because at the third, fourth, and fifth level, they want duplicating leadership. So I don't know what their core rank is. That is a term that a lot of people in MLM use, that is like, if you build to this rank, you'll go all the way to the top. So I think the reason that they have that 4% in the sixth and the seventh levels is because that's where they want to see leadership being duplicated. They want more people recruiting, so they're going to reward you in that way. It's fascinating to me. And then 8th, 9th, 10th levels, you're going to earn 3% off of their volume, plus a $15,000 rank bonus. Tell me it's not about recruiting without telling me it's not about recruiting. Come on, you guys, this is crazy. So there you have that. That is their comp plan. You have to recruit in these companies, and that's the part that makes it so scammy, is you have to recruit. I would show you guys an income disclosure statement, but they don't have one, which in my opinion makes them look even more scammy. They were started in 2017, so they've got roughly 3 complete years of income based on the time that I'm recording this. They've got 3 complete years that they could easily put together an income disclosure statement. And in my opinion, when a company does not have this available, it's because, one, I don't think they want to show the numbers. I don't think they want to show people that they're, making pennies and spending a whole bunch. I don't think that they want to show that. And 2, I just think that they're scammy. That's just my opinion. The FTC does suggest that these MLM companies have an income disclosure statement, but it is not a requirement. So they're, in my opinion, hiding behind that. So anyways, that is all I have for Zyia. I have definitely seen and received lots of messages about some of the leaders within this company that see anything negative written about the company, any videos or anybody that is telling their story, that actually will wrap incentives, allegedly, for their downline to go and basically bully these people on them telling their story. So if you have a story like that, feel free to email me your MLM horror story. The link for that is in my video description. By the way, new hoodie, right? It's the piece for me. It's the piece for me. You can grab yours also in the description in this video. So last but not least, I think this is probably the most important. I talked about at the beginning that I was going to give you a dupe so that you didn't have to order through Zyia, through an MLM, because the business model preys on vulnerable people. And so I would love for you guys, if you are into activewear, if you are into some of the styles that Zyia carries, you can actually go to lovehershop.com and they have the same exact styles for a fraction of the price, and it's not an MLM. So go and shop and get all of your activewear from that website, lovehershop.com. I'm going to put it here for you guys too. It's also going to be linked in the video description. And yeah, don't support an MLM. Don't join an MLM. Okay, over 99% of people lose money. So there you have it. Let me know what you thought of this deep dive. I hope you guys loved it. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Go follow me on social media, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, friends.